Sean Maroney, thanks for joining us. It happened at the Cambridge apartment complex off Six Forks Road just before 2:30 this afternoon. That's where we find our Shumuriel Ratliff. She's live with more. Shumuriel.
Yeah, Sean, the good news is that no one was hurt during the fire, but the bad news is a lot of people won't be able to call the building that you see behind me home. As you can see, firefighters here are still on scene. They've been here since the call came in, and right now they're just canvassing the area and putting out hot spots. Now, they say that the call for the fire came in around 2:19 this afternoon. They're still trying to figure out where the fire started and why. I'm told that there are 12 units total in the building, and the third floor has the most damage. 3 animals had to be rescued from the building, and they are doing all right. Neighbors who live in the building and in the complex told me that they basically just had to stand back and watch as the fire was being put out. They tell me that this was a terrifying experience.
Then I looked out my window and saw billows of smoke all over the place, and opened my door, and the guy was coming downstairs and he said, there's a fire, get out, get out, get out. So I ran, and I got my computer and my phone and my keys and my purse and ran downstairs. Like, I'm not even wearing shoes.
Now, again, the cause of that fire is still under investigation, and firefighters on scene tell me that someone will be here in the overnight hours to look out for hot spots and just make sure that everything is okay. Live in Raleigh, Shumuriel Ratliff, WNCN News.
All right, Shumuriel, thank you.
And right now, promises of improvement at the apartment complex just off of Six Forks Road just before 2:30 this afternoon. And that's where we find our Shumuriel Ratliff. She's live with more. Shumuriel.
Good evening, Sharon. The good news is that no one was hurt during the fire, but the bad news is a lot of people won't be able to call the apartment complex that you see behind me home. Firefighters here are still on scene, and they have been since the fire broke out. They tell us that the call came in around 2:19 this afternoon. They're still working, trying to figure out where the fire started and why. I'm told that there are 12 units total in the building, and the third floor has the most damage. 3 animals had to be rescued from the fire. Some had to be resuscitated, and they are doing okay. Neighbors and people who live in the building had no choice this afternoon but to stand by and watch as that fire was being put out and the building burned. They say it was a terrifying experience, one that still hasn't hit home.
Completely devastated. It's unreal. I mean, really the best word to describe it would be surrealism, just completely surreal. Can't even begin to fathom it. I was at work, everything was fine, and then I get a call from my roommate saying that we lost everything, and we did lose everything, so it's still not really sinking in yet.
Now, the cause of the fire is still unknown, and firefighters say that someone will be here overnight to keep their eye on the building and put out any hot spots if they pop up. Live in Raleigh, Shumuriel Ratliff, WNCN News.
All right, Shumuriel, thank you. And to Durham.